Guys, so like me, you've probably reflected upon your last year and also made your New Year's resolutions, right? As I was doing my New Year's resolution, or as I was reflecting about them the first time last year, which is like a day ago or 2 days ago. Sorry, today is the 2nd of January, 2022. I was sitting with friends. We're doing a guided meditation about New Year's resolution, and in the meditation, at some point, it said, "Okay, now as you've reflected upon what you want to achieve in the next year, put that whatever you have set out to do into a sentence of I resolve to next year by for okay." But the main part was like I resolve to, and we were in that, I wondered, I resolve to, that doesn't make sense, does it? Why do we say New Year's resolution? If I resolve to do something, like, doesn't that mean I dissolve, I disintegrate, I loosen up, I shed new skin, kind of? It does, right? I looked into the word stem, into the etymology of the word resolve, and it's based off the prefix re in Latin and solvere, which means loosen, to loosen up, right? And resolvere means to disintegrate. So how are we disintegrating as we're setting new goals for the new year? And this is the explanation that I've come up with. So instead of going for what was also said in the meditation, the SMART concept of setting goals, which is you want to have something super defined and as precise as possible, and you want to have the specific, measurable, reasonable, smart, and timely, right? This is like the concept that most people today in our Western society use. But if you go after the word of resolve, which means disintegrate, like, shed a new skin, instead, what it should be, or what probably will be most helpful in it, is not to set a specific goal necessarily for the entire next new year, but instead see what you want to do differently to what you've done now, and focus on the do. It's a be do have, right? Focus on the doing, and focus on what you are as you're entering the new year resolving from. And you're resolving to be able to do this and that. So, for example, I resolve to listen, or I resolve to be able to listen better to my inner voice. Like, I dissolve, I shed my skin of not having listened to my intuition as much last year, and I resolve that, I get rid of it, and I will listen more to my intuition. And I can now, from there, you can go into like how you can put this into a specific action that is actually actionable, and then easier to follow up on, instead of being something intangible that's not as easy to actually take action on. So I could be like, I resolve to be able to listen better to my intuition, and I do this by asking myself how I feel with every action and speaking it out. Just made that up. I don't know if it makes sense, but I hope you get the point.